Here is a perfect example of the double standard I'm talking about. Now, I want you to listen to me very closely. You see, I'm a pastor that teaches men. I teach people, keep the commandments, obey what the Bible says, keep the law of God, follow the book to a T, be obedient to what the Bible says, and live it more than anything. And I got all these Christians out here, especially in the Green Bay, Wisconsin area. Boy, they attack me, lie on me, hate me. And I ain't done nothing to them. And you got all these sexual allegations flying around. Bill Cosby gets jail sentence time. Here's a good example right here. All right, check this out. All right. Pope accepts D.C. Cardinal's resignation. Resignation. All right. Why'd he do that? Let's read on. Think about this for a second. Before I read on, think about this. We all know about all the altar boys that are being sodomized by these old cardinals in all these dioceses. You don't hear the news media say anything about it. You don't hear these hypocritical Christians going after these people, but they go after people like me now. Go after people after me, and I ain't bothering him. It's amazing. They lie on me though, but nobody has an outcry against all the evil that is going on in the Roman Catholic Church. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the Roman Catholic Church is the mother, and these churches are the daughters of the mother. And you know daughters ain't going to talk about their mothers. I ain't talking about mama. Check it out. Vatican City, Pope Francis accepted the resignation Friday of Washington Cardinal Donald Warfer, or Worla, after he became entangled in two major sexual abuses and cover-up scandals and lost the support of many in his flock. Okay? So, he should be getting ready to go on trial, and he should be getting ready to do some jail time, just like Bill Cosby. Is that not true? Not so. I keep telling y'all. Diplomatic immunity. Rome. Vatican Rome is the most powerful nation on the face of planet Earth. And they do not bow down to nobody. Everybody bows down to them. You don't believe me? Every single president, United States of America, go punch it in on Google. If their wives never wore head coverings, when they go see their Pope, they put a head covering on. If they never wore dresses, when they go see their Pope, they're going to put a head covering on. And not only that, both the husband and the wife, when they meet your holiness, will be dressed in black, showing a sign of sin. And his holiness will be dressed in white, showing a sign of purity. You don't believe me? Go Google this. Go Google this stuff. You think I'll be making this stuff up? Check this out. But you won't see this guy resonated. He resigned for 2 admitted sexual allegations. You won't see him doing no jail time in a federal penitentiary. Watch this. But in a letter released by Warfel's office, Francis praised his longtime ally and suggested that Donald had an unfairly becoming a scapegoat, having made some mistakes in handling sex abuse cases, but not having covered them up. With the resignation, this Cardinal Wolf, or whatever his name is, become the most prominent head to roll in the scandal, rolling the Catholic Church after his predecessor as the Washington Archbishop Theodore McCarrick was forced to resign as cardinal over allegations he sexually abused at least 2 minors and adult seminaries. Woo! Seminarians! Man, this sodomy stuff is real, isn't it? The Vatican statement Friday said that Francis had accepted Rosa's resignation, but named no replacement in his letter. The Pope asked him to stay on in a temporary capacity until a new archbishop is found. The decision came after months in which Warfel, who turned 78 in November, initially downplayed the scandal, insisted on his own good record, but then progressively came to the conclusion that he could no longer lead the archdiocese. The Holy Father's decision, it goes against Matthew 23 verse 9, don't it? to provide new leadership in the archdiocese can allow all of the faithful clergy, religious, and lay to focus on healing and the future. Warfel said in a statement Friday, once again, for the past errors in judgment, I apologize and ask for pardon. Okay, let's see if we're going to get to some jail time. Now, doing some time in the pen. Let's see if we're going to get there. Because, you see, you got to understand, America just got finished passing sodomy laws to where people, both gay and lesbian or homosexual, whatever it is, you can get married. But is he not violating a minor? Is he going to do jail time? Let's see if we're going to find it in here. Bill Cosby is on grown women. In his letter accepting the resignation, Francis said he recognized that in asking to retire, Warfel had to put the interest and unity of his flock ahead of his own ambitions, as all shepherds do. Shepherds don't go around sodomizing the congregation. No, but I keep telling y'all, Christianity is totally different than that Hebrew Bible, the real true Israelite Bible. One day you're going to get the ears to hear. But why aren't you Green Bay Christians raising hell and saying about this? Where's your outcry against the admitted wickednesses? Warfel has submitted. Where am I? You have sufficient elements to justify your actions and distinguishing between what it means to cover up crimes or not to deal with the problems and to commit some mistakes. In other words, I saw a little boy sodomized and it was just a mistake. And don't worry about it. YouTube is going to say that this particular video is not suitable for advertisers. I can already say that. You have sufficient elements to justify actions distinguish between what it means to cover up crimes and not to deal with problems and to commit some mistakes. Francis wrote, however, your nobility has led you not to choose this way of defense. Of this I am proud and thank you. Warfel had submitted his resignation to Francis nearly 3 years ago when he turned 75, the normal retirement age for bishops. But Francis kept him on as popes tend to do with able-bodied bishops who share their pastoral priorities. Man. But a grand jury reported, maybe we're getting there. But a grand jury report issued in August on rampant sex abuse in 6 Pennsylvania dioceses accused Warfel of helping to protect some child molesting priests while he was bishop of Pittsburgh from 1988 to 2006. Simultaneously, Warfel faced widespread skepticism over his insistence that he knew nothing about years of alleged sexual misconduct about McCarrick. Whoa. Wait a minute. Are these same people that had the little boys who had been turned out? They used to wear a certain little pin to show that these ones, they got a gag going on them, and anytime you want, you can go and pleasure yourself with them. In one case, incited in the report, Warfel acting. Wait, I got to make sure Warfel has not been charged. There it is. Has not been charged with any wrongdoing, but was named numerous times in a grand jury report, which details instances in which he allowed priests accused of misconduct to be reassigned or reinstated. In one case, cited in the report of Warfel acting on a doctor's recommendation, enabled priest William O'Malley to return to active ministry as a canonical consultant in 1998, despite allegations of abuse lodged against him in the past of his own admission that he was sexually interested in adolescents. In this case, I'm going to say, remember Bill Cosby? Whoo-wee! You can't make this stuff up. I got to find where I was now. Years later, according to the report, 6 more people alleged that they were sexually assaulted by O'Malley, in some cases after he had been reinstated. In another case, Werl, his name is W-U-E-R-L, returned a priest to active ministry in 1995 despite having received multiple complaints that the priest George Z-I-R-W-A-S had molested boys in the late 1980s. Werl apologizes for the damage inflicted on the victims, but also defended his efforts to combat clergy sex abuse. His defenders have cited a case that surfaced in 1988 when a 19-year-old former seminarian, Tim B-E-N-D-I-G, filed a lawsuit accusing a priest, Anthony C-I-P-O-L-L-A, of molesting him. Werl, how you pronounce his name? W-U-E-R-L, initially questioned B-E-N-D-I-G-S accounts, but later accepted it and moved on to oust C-I-P-O-L-L-A from the priesthood. The Vatican highest court ordered Werl to restore the whole. What the hell does the Vatican highest courts got to do with all this going on over here on U.S. soil? Are you people getting to listen to me? Are you hearing me? Are y'all hearing me? Huh? Check this out. So now you got the Vatican court making rules against these priests, but then they're restoring them. Does that mean all the people in the Vatican are homosexual? Reminds you of the army of Rome, the ancient Romans, don't it? But Werl resisted, and after 2 years of legal procedures, prevailed in preventing CIPOLLA's return. Man, I can't read this whole thing. Anyway, bottom line is, nope, you ain't going to see no Catholic cardinals head spinning for sodomizing little boys, violating them, even though they have lawsuits against them. And you will never see them do any federal jail time here in America. And mind you, this is where all you Christians get your doctrine from, the Catholic Church. The Catholic changed the Sabbath from Saturday to Sunday. The church is justified and make up all kind of lies to sanction it. The Catholic impose Easter and Christmas. You Christian churches, you're supposed to be protesting. You're supposed to be Protestants. You're supposed to be protesting against the Vatican, against Rome. But instead, you in lockstep with them. I'm telling y'all really want to truly be informed about this religion of Christianity? Go read Revelation chapter 18. That's not said enough on this, but y'all see what I'm talking about, right?